been reflecting on the factors of enlightenment, the teachings on the factors of enlightenment, which I call the Buddha flight. And we are on the third of these 7 factors. And in that there is this one that we are looking at is the path to the success. There are 4 different principles that comes. The first one is the desire or intention or motivation, and second one is the effort, third is consciously aware or mind there, and then the last one is the examination or vimamsa. Now this is something, it's not from just in a doctrinal aspects. If we look at ourselves, how your life is moving forward, what is the factor that is driving you to keep you going? So if we look at that, suppose you take away the driving force that you have been driven by, what will you be happening? What will you be? Or what will you do? Suppose if you don't have a job, what is the driving force? Get the job as soon as possible. And so you will be fine. Now try to find different ways. Where can I get a job? Where can I get the job? Who has got a job? Who can give me a job? Go on. So with that, every single day, the moment when you wake up, the first thought will be driven by, where can I get the job? Or what job should I go? Yeah? Now take away this driving of getting the job. How do you visualize your life would be? Blessed. So you are a very fortunate one, and you must be a blessed one. You don't have to go to work. You don't have to search for the work. So we have to have something to drive us to be alive, to be entertained, and all the time. There is a research says that some papers suggest that once you get retired, now we have to retire 3 or 4 maybe. Once you are retired, if you haven't got any job to do, what will happen? Life will be miserable.
You just go on loads of adventures like this.
So it has to have something that will drive us to keep on going. Only then life becomes meaningful, life becomes valuable, and then life becomes maybe meaningful is the best one, but becomes like colorful. Otherwise, can be very boring, can be very feeling lonely or feeling stressed, empty. What is the meaning of my life? And with that, actually, biologically, it also affects to our life expectancy as well. We will die sooner if there is not that driving force is there. So one way or another, we are always driven. And when there is something that you recognize, then you are energized, fully charged. And you will not think about rains or winds. You will just go and go and go until you really find that the success is just there. So this is from the worldly looking that perspective, that anything we want to be successful in our life, it has to have something that drives us to do it. Only then we will do that. Even our emotional engagement, this is also driven by something. And that's why we are attached to, that's why we're driven to do this. Suppose you are first, you are like in love with someone. You will do everything. And you will even, let's say, you are very busy with working and you still have time to call, or you still have time to text. There is something like that. It's always emotional also, driven by something to keep us alive, driven by something to keep us going and entertaining. And this, now if you look at from our own life, the Buddha, he said that if he would like to stay, he could have stayed another 20 years. So that means 100 years. He passed away at the age of 80. He could have lived another 20 years, so he would have died 20 years later. If his plans or his project hasn't been fulfilled. So that's why on the day when he decided that after 3 months on, I will be entering to the death, he said that now his teaching's been spread, there are 4 the communities are established. So 4 communities are here basically means the monks, nuns, and then lay followers, both female followers, and then male followers. So 4 are established, and I don't need to worry at all now. They can practice the Dhamma, and so that's how he said that now it is time to go. So in our life as well, if we look at it, this is my own kind of assumption, and also probably this thought that when I go to visit people, those who are, let's say, near death, and my always intention being that whatever you are holding on to, let go. You may have heard that that person was waiting for that person. As soon as this person came to visit, he or she left. So there is this holding, and that keeps you going. So that's called a life energy. So this life energy is actually based on our mental grudge, mental hold, either of these 4 that I mentioned. The first one is the chanda, which is a desire to be. Say, now suppose a person is going to die, I desire to see that person, or I want to hear news about that person. Then that person will be just like, go, not go, go, not go, in between. But as soon as that person hears that, okay, he or she called, unable to come, or he or she just coming, then it's done. There is a peace of mind and you go, like that. So the second one is the energy of this. There's a desire to keep continue. I can't die, I can't die, I can't die. So you will be pushing yourself to this end, the so-called energy, the life energy, pushing yourself to be alive. And mentally, you become very strong at that time. Strongly, no, I can't. You're holding on to it. And then the last one is like, after investigating all, I must stay. I must stay, like that. Yeah? So that's why, from the basic achievement in our life, if you look at from the emotional attainments or emotional freedom, and as well as if you want to look at that how our life is, then these four will be playing with us at all the time. And these four again is also a basis to gain the samadhi in the meditation as well. Gain the insight as well. So sometimes we come to meditate. Now you can ask yourself, what is the reason behind I come to meditate? What is the driving force? Is it you want to do it? Or because something happened and as a result I have to do it? Or you have reasoned, questioned and calculated and thought that I must do it. So this is what's happening here. So that's why the moment when it is driven by, if that's really desire, then that meditation will be driven by that desire to meditate. Once that is activated, rest of other three will be following it. And sometimes you feel not want to do it, but you have seen the benefit, so you push yourself. So that time the second principle is the driving force, and the rest will slowly follow it after. And then other time, you're mentally, I must do it. So mind is the chief now. Mind is taking the others to lead, right? The others to follow. Mind is leading. And then other time, your mind may be very tired, and you're exhausted, you don't want to meditate, and there is no desire at all, but you have reasoned it. Okay, because of this, I must do it. Then what happens? Then this investigative, the mind is pulling rest of other three, and then must do it, and you meditate there. Okay? So that's how these four factors are actually, if we take away the Buddhism, actually we are using it every day, in everyday life. And then this is actually the driving force to keep us alive, keep us entertaining this life, and as well as keep us to be alive and then making our life longer. So we just need to think that rather than just having a longer life, why can't we get this liberation too? So that's how the samadhi comes, the meditation comes. So we got to be very mindful on that which one is leading when. Suppose today, which one was the leading factor? And the next day when you wake up, as soon as we woke up, which factor is leading towards to keep you all day going? So these are the factors I think I like to highlight for this tonight's practice, so you can contemplate on this. Which one is the leading factor for me to come to practice meditation today? So with this, let's practice meditation. So bring your attention to the room. Relax yourself. Connect with yourself as you're sitting here and now. And spend some time to feel the presenceness. You may play with the breath for some time to calm yourself down, the body and the mind. And you may reflect on tonight's practice on these 4 factors. The desire, effort, consciousness, and examination or investigation. So I leave you to contemplate on that, whichever factor you think that is driving to bring you to here to practice meditation, or you can use any other activities or anything that relate to your life, or your job, your relationships, your emotions, your attachments, and so on. Which one is the most dominant driving force that pulling all other factors? And what is the outcomes? So continue practicing until the gong. But if you feel that there's so many things happening, just be with the breath, relax yourself, observing the breath in your belly or in your nose, and working with it. And once you feel that you're calm, collected, and reflecting on these 4 principles relating to our daily routine or daily life. So continue practicing.